Here goes your record.
Rory in traffic, I moved through the hay. What you learn, I'm feeling myself. Hop about the calling it murder. Food about this shit, it came with a stir. Repeating my level up out of your reach. I just keep it on the up and up.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all on another episode on Up and Up. I'm your host. Y'all could have been doing anything else. Y'all could have been rocking anywhere else, but y'all came to kick it with us. As always, I appreciate that. I got the squad in the building with me, man. And controversy, what's the deal?
What's the deal, bro?
You got it, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? Another day, man. Every day on this earth is a blessing. You know what time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? JR, what's going on, Remy? You all right, sir?
What's good, man? What's good? Can you hear me?
Everything is, yeah, I can hear you just fine, man. You look, you got your good headset on, man. You out here ready. Hey.
I'm always ready.
That's the spirit.
Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Amen to that. Look, man. Hey. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Melly, Mel, and B, look, they over here on my side, man. Hey. What's going on? Y'all see it,
gentlemen?
man?
What's good?
I'm just getting our video together with this watch party stuff, and I'm ready. All right, I got it. All right. Share that, and I'm good to go. Anywho, I usually do, you know what I'm saying, all my good introductions and shout out to everybody with their businesses and everything, but we're going to get straight to it, and I'm going to get to that at the end, you know what I'm saying, if that's all right. Look, but, you know what I'm saying, it's been a wild weekend, especially, you know what I'm saying, in Detroit, you know, and I want to bring a lot of stuff to the forefront or whatever to discuss, you know, basically Black, you know what I'm saying, our communities and, you know what I'm saying, basically like not even a plan going forward, just we got to put some clarity on some things or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I want to let y'all know what the definition of desensitized is before we get started, man. If anybody does not know what desensitized is having being made less likely to feel shock or distress at scenes of cruelty or suffering by overexposure or social images, or such images, I should say. Now, everybody's probably seen the video over the weekend. I didn't want to see it. I didn't care to see it because, to be honest, you know what I'm saying, this is it's getting worse now than what it was when we were, you know what I'm saying, growing up or whatever. And it's really becoming more concerning, you know what I'm saying, at this point or whatever, man. Like, you know, to the point where, you know what I'm saying, like it's too many discussions being had to basically, you know what I'm saying, everybody's opinion is going in different directions. You know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, about what we're going to talk about, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, people that have family members or that had a family member that, you know what I'm saying, died that day during, you know what I'm saying, when my man's, you know what I'm saying, shot Autumn at that Coney Island, I feel like people is cold, you know what I'm saying, in terms of that for even sharing that, and then other people is even more ridiculous for asking to see it then. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, let's be honest, this ain't a video game, it ain't Call of Duty, it ain't none of that shit. Like, there ain't no respawn button, so if you see somebody get noodled, like, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to have that in my mind, because you carry that. Like, technically, it's a form of PTSD, and we're gonna come back to that too, because that's a topic tonight as well or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? What how I felt about it, like I said, it was just like, it was from that level or whatever. It's like, I want to say rest in peace to the gentleman that were killed this weekend. Like, yeah, it is Detroit. We know that. We seen it firsthand. I think I want to start off right there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've never been in Detroit, like literally born and raised and bred in Detroit, then I feel like your opinion is null and void then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you were from the outside looking in, but you don't understand the cards that was already stacked up to begin with, you know what I'm saying, and how this whole thing was already by design already. This was before I was born, before y'all was born. You know what I'm saying? This goes back way, way back. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that people think that they can comment or that they know what's going on or that they all got it figured out, you could be more further from the truth then. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing's for sure and two things for certain, you know what I'm saying, is that, you know what I'm saying, us as Black people or whatever, man, like, we, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of different things we got to unpack. You know what I'm saying? Conversations that we're not ready to even have yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm tired of people saying y'all ain't ready for that conversation. We ready for the conversation, so we're gonna have it then. You know what I'm saying? Black on black crime is not a thing. Black on black crime is something that the media created, you know what I'm saying, in order to put more emphasis on one, you know what I'm saying, demographic of people than what the rest is going on, because crime happens in every fucking city. It happens in every fucking place. You know what I'm saying? Ours is just more, you know what I'm saying, more visualized through the media, even though it's only 13% of us or whatever, man. But I got more to say, but I want to see, you know what I'm saying, where y'all minds at real quick, man. See where y'all heads at, because I'm ready today, man. I got time today. So how you feeling, Joe? Look.
No, I'm straight, man. It's very unfortunate what happened this weekend. Like you said, rest in peace to all the people that did get murdered, because it is very unfortunate. I did see it. I don't really know. I don't even know how to really start off on this, man. I just really feel like it's bad, bro. To be honest with you, and it's probably going to be a shocker, I really don't know what to say. I really don't, man. And I mean, the way that's broadcast, the way it was passed around, I just really feel like it's nothing positive for the Black community at all. You know, in the terms, you know, of the title of this podcast today, I just really feel like, you know, them broadcasting that, it's just really a situation where it's really doing more harm than any help to our community at all. That's really how I personally feel.
That's true. It's one of them things where you really got to bring empathy into effect, because nobody takes shit seriously until it affects directly them.
Right.
So if that was one of y'all, I'm damn sure not about to be passing that shit around. God forbid.
I hear you. I seen it. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you, because I keep it 100 with you at all times. I cried because I'm like, it makes me realize that I can't just be out with Morgan, because it used to be you feel like you out with your family, nothing's gonna happen. But seeing that, you feel like I can't just take my daughter and be somewhere with her, and just it makes you paranoid to the point where you always watching, you looking over your shoulder to make sure nothing's gonna happen to you or the person you with. But I feel that way with anybody, whether I'm with your kids or whether I'm with whoever's kids, bro. If I took you with me, I need to be able to return you back.
Right.
I can't take you. It would kill me if I took somebody's kids with me and something like that happened. And I live. I wouldn't be the same. I don't ever think I could get back to being the same.
You want to know what make it 100 times even worse? Personally, for me, and I'm pretty sure y'all can say the same thing, I feel like we more so connected to it because we grew up in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basically where we grew up from. So it's like it hit home, and it's like, damn, that's where I came from. And to see, like, just to see what happened, man, it's terrible, bro. It's terrible. And, you know, people that was talking about it today when I was at work, I was just telling them, like, it show you that it's people out here that just have no regard for life. No regard for human life at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's like I said, see, and Terry just made a perfect point in this comment of how disconnected and desensitized people really are, dude. Like he said, this is nothing new. Y'all like the tender is just another day in the city. No, it wasn't just another day in the city, dog, because we grew up on them same streets, bro. Let's get one thing straight, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no neighborhood that we've ever been in, you know what I'm saying, that ever had it to a point where our life felt like it was in danger. I've got into fights in these same neighborhoods. I'd have been in Brightmoor. I'd have been in these cities, dude, and I'd have made it out in one piece. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to worry about my life being in danger because people had a different code of how they operated then. You always had a code. Everybody has a code from generation to generation. If you are moving the needle and instilling that in the kids that you're raising, in the community that you're in, it's different then. It's different right now because a lot of these people don't got nobody to look up to from a guidance perspective there. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got nobody that you can morally connect with to show you, hey man, this shit is fucked up right here. You shouldn't be doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't recommend that to you. Take it from somebody that's been there before then. Take it from somebody that's experienced this. I've been to jail. I don't want to see you go to jail for the same shit, or it ain't worth it. If you ain't got nobody in your ear doing that, all you thinking about is I'm gonna kill shit or I'm on some animal shit there, that's what you're gonna get there because that's what you're used to there. Everybody before that wasn't used to that then. You know what I'm saying? We knew drug dealers. We dealt with people that did they dirt. And it was like, dog, y'all are kids, y'all get the fuck on. Y'all ain't part of this. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question, bro. Where does it start to where our city neighborhoods are like the suburban neighborhoods? You know, like the suburban neighborhoods got the neighborhood watch. They got the people that's looking out for their neighbors. They got the people that's looking out for the kids. They got the people that's making sure that they neighborhoods stay in tip-top shape. You know, they making sure no type of trouble. Like, where do it start in our black city neighborhoods? Like, who does it start with to where we get that same atmosphere, that same love, that same respect for our neighbors? Like, where do it start? Because, like I said, we grew up there, never seen it before. But as I got older and I got to going in different neighborhoods and living in different areas of Michigan, like you see in the suburbs, they look out for each other. They look out for each other's stuff. I know this ain't comparable, but, you know, where I live now, my neighbor across the street, he seen the other day when we had that crazy rain, a damn tree fell in my backyard. This man came over and cut it up, swept it up. I mean, like, where do we get that in the city? Where? Like who do it start with?
See, and I want to answer this because then I'm
you talking about that sense of community.
Yeah.
You said what, Jay?
He's talking about a sense of community where it's like we all live here, we all care about this place.
See, and in our neighborhood we didn't even have a neighborhood watch in our damn neighborhood, bro.
No.
We had neighbors though. We had neighbors that interlocked and looked out for one another. Like, think about it. It was really a village in that community then. Everybody's mama knew somebody else's mama. Everybody knew somebody. To the point where if you did something, they gonna know up the street did. If they see you doing something, you're gonna get disciplined back to your damn house then. They're gonna make sure of it then. And it wasn't you put your hands on my kids, I'm gonna shoot you. It wasn't none of that. Yep. It was like, hey, your kid was acting a fool. Everybody gonna whoop your ass from your address all the way up to your house then, or all the way back down the street, and so forth and so on. So now you like, damn, I'm not doing that shit again, bro. Because they'll say, her mama got me, her mama got down on me, his dad got down on me, you know what I'm saying? And it was respected and appreciated then. You know what I mean? Like, that was before, it wasn't on neighborhood watch. It was the neighborhood watching each other. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, everybody feeling sensitive about what somebody can or can't do to their kids or whatever. And if your kid acted a fool, well, let me handle that. If you're not a disciplinarian to your kid, if you're not teaching your kid shit, then why am I asking you to handle that then? You know what I'm saying? Those are instances where if you got people that are in your community and they want to watch out for you, they want to make sure that the community stays the way that it stays, they should have a green light to discipline your kid. Not kick their ass, but just be like, look, hey, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Get that shit together. And set them on their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it kills me how that shit go now, man. Like,
so I got one story real quick. I would never forget when we was younger, and I'll never forget we was all outside playing in the middle of the street. And I remember, you know, some neighborhood guys of ours had beef with somebody, and somebody pulled up, and I guess they was about to do a drive-by. And we had these guys basically yelling at dudes like, hey, man, don't do this over here. Like, it's kids out here. They playing. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's people like that you need, man, that actually care. Like, nobody cares. It's kind of, you kind of hit it on the nose, bro. Like, everybody want this code of respect, but they not willing to give it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I want this respect, but you can't disrespect me and mine at all in no type of way, but I still want that respect. Like, how?
Exactly. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that. Like, and that's what it is, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm giving you that respect, you know what I'm saying, all I want is that in return then. Like, cause that's all I have is my name and my respect there. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna come in out the get-go. If I meet you, if I'm moving to a neighborhood, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna introduce myself. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm so-and-so, just moved here, you know what I'm saying? Now, however you approach me or how you feel towards me, I can't stop that from how you feel, but I'm still trying to make sure that we're starting off on the right foot so there's no confusion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
if it escalates, then that's a whole nother story. We ain't even trying to cross that bridge yet. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a comment I want to add to what y'all saying too, or whatever, because I got a few comments as a matter of fact. Let me stop playing around, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, Terry said I can't count how many of my fam died because of bullets, bro. No, that's real shit. Like, man, it's I mean, like I said, it's happening though. We done had niggas that got robbed for shooting for J's or whatever in the middle of going to school. You just going to school. That ain't got shit to do with shit, dog. Like I said, you got people that's mentally disconnected. You got other people that know what their actions are and they just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it varies, dude, from you know what I'm saying, people to people in different situations and scenarios. You know what I'm saying? Boo said you can't go around robbing people and shooting people and not expect a bullet in your ass.
And that's true. You can't expect to do. I mean, you hate to say you can't expect to do dirt and not get dirt done back to you, but it's true. You running around robbing people, eventually somebody gonna catch up. Like, that's the dude right there.
Yeah, and you in that line of work. If I'm selling drugs, I gotta know that if I get caught slipping, I can't be mad at the circumstance because I knew what I was doing already. I knew what I signed up for. I ain't about to sit there and be like, nigga, all of us going to prison because I was doing the shit. At the same, you know what I'm saying? But I'm in that community. We in that network of people, though. You know what I'm saying?
But
if I'm not in that
this the
network of
problem,
people,
though.
It's a different set of principles there, though.
And I know what you're about to say, Joe. Go ahead.
This the problem, though, man. Like, the young man who did what he did. You go around and you just shooting people recklessly, right? Now, say he would have got away. Now you got people coming looking for you. They looking for blood. So now these people angry. Now, when these people come looking for you and they trying to just return a favor, so they ready to shoot too. So when they see you, it's on site. It's not even thinking about who around, you know what I'm saying? Innocent people that don't deserve it. Like, it's just a reckless train of thought now. Like, that's the problem, man. Like, we grew up in an age where pulling the gun was like your last resort. You know what I'm saying? That was your last resort. You got your ass whooped and you went home and took your L. It wasn't no coming back and killing it. It's just it's senseless, bro. It's senseless.
But see, like, I'm gonna read this next comment and I'm gonna keep going or whatever, man. Because you know what I'm saying, Jen said you got to stop the snitches get stitches mentality or whatever, man.
Hey,
like,
amen.
And it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's an applause, but it's like, you know what I'm saying, for people that's in the community or whatever, y'all gotta understand something. This is your community, though. This is your neighborhood. Like, I can't be on a no snitch rule when I got kids, I got grandkids, I got people that play outside. Their lives are in danger every day. You can't go outside there. You know what I'm saying? So you it's your civic duty, it's your right as a homeowner to be like, dog, look, I seen this and that. I would like to remain anonymous. Or if you feel like you're in danger, shoot, like, hey, tell some people, get some people over there with you. Like, these people ain't the only people with guns. I'm getting sidetracked though, man. I'm
thinking about going your route, like calling the homies up. We just got.
Because that's the truth.
We got to suit up and do what we got to do.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't black, and you can't use that. Black lives supposed to matter when it's black lives. Because my thing is, when it comes down to protecting man, I got to protect man. I can call the police, but like the whole community abide by the criminal laws now, so you shouldn't snitch. So
you gotta read that line Flip just posted, bro.
Oh, for sure. I'm about to get down this mud right now, man. Because Jen said a few good things too, or whatever, and I want to keep reading past this shit or whatever, man. She said you got to take the power back from the gangs. I remember we used to have gangs in the neighborhood too, man. But I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna bullet point that. So you give me a second or whatever. Exactly. Bell, don't you do it, man.
They knew us like that.
So let me get down to this damn comment. Oh yeah.
They want to know who to protect.
So Flip said they got to stop glorifying the hood shit and start holding people accountable for dumb shit. Those two things is motherfucking important, man. Look, accountability. I think we talked about this a little bit a couple weeks ago or whatever, man. But accountability is a bad motherfucker, dude. Especially to people that don't want to be accountable for a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, you thinking that you can do something with reckless regard and not have no consequence behind it is really a whole nother topic in itself or whatever. But the glorifying the hood shit is really where it started at, though, whatever, man. Because it's like between the music videos, between, you know what I'm saying, people seeing what they seeing on TV, and then the person that's actually giving you some type of knowledge ain't got knowledge themselves. Like, dog, you ain't gonna make it far there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, hit it.
This is my comment on that, and this I'm not gonna put because I know a lot of dancers. The dancers glorified the strip club life, so they posted up so much on Instagram, and there's young girls on there that see that and be like, "I want a piece of what they flashing." How come they got the nicest person, the best cars, the best shoes? My thing is, like he said, the kids is glorifying everything they see. That's like the young guys. The violence ain't gonna stop as long as they see these young guys posting Rolexes on Instagram. They see young guys riding better than they ride, and they like, I need that too, by any means necessary. So with the violence, oh baby, the violence is not gonna stop because as long as people flashy and the street life is promoted, it's never gonna stop. Everybody want that Rolex with all the ice in it.
Hey,
Rolex ain't gonna make or break me. I'm still gonna be the same guy without it.
Hey, so to piggyback off what you said previously though about the gangs, one thing I will say, back in the day, and I don't know everything about gangs, but I will say back in the 90s and the late 80s, gangs had codes. A lot of street people had codes. You didn't mess with kids. You didn't mess with women. Like
none of that.
Yeah, they kept those codes up here.
Early 2000s too.
Yeah, but the thing now, the time that we in now, those codes don't mean shit. It don't matter. I mean, they killing kids.
But that's why all the OGs done got killed, and there ain't no OGs to pass down the way it used to be.
Well,
if
OGs really,
you gonna make your own rules.
They not even really respected though.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, because every one of the OGs that might try to that still might be around that try to drop that type of knowledge on them, anybody will feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you up here talking bad on me, old man, you don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to you. I'm not talking at you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to give you a point of emphasis because I'm in there. You know what I mean? But they ain't trying to hear none of that shit, dog. Like that same rule, not the same way altogether, but shit, that's the same thing like being in a plant though, man. You got a young dog that's in there and you probably got 10 in the game then. You sitting there trying to get this young man the ropes. He ain't trying to hear that shit. He's like, dog, I'm just trying to get one of these good ass motherfucking jobs. I'm trying to get where I need to get, and I ain't trying to hear that shit, old man. You do your shit, I do mine. You know what I'm saying? And you like, dog, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, those same rules apply to what we're saying right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just the stakes is different there, man. Like one thing I can quit a job and find another job, but if you out here doing dirt and you know what time it is, you got to be willing to face the consequences then. You know what I'm saying? Right. Or you got to have some type of moral that you live by to make it make sense because it don't make sense right now. None of this shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, everybody shooting, nobody fucking fighting. You know what I'm saying? People ain't got. They I think they operating through a state of fucking PTSD though, man. Like all the shit that they've seen has made them basically motherfucking insensitive to anything that happens to them. Anybody that sees anything, they're insensitive to the shit now. So, you know what I'm saying? When we talk about it, be like, damn, it happens, bro. Be that as it may, it still ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, we get it happens. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we gonna get older, and then it's gonna be our kids that's gonna be next in line. And you're gonna be like, well, I don't want my kid to go out there and do that. Why? Because you didn't do it. There's somebody gotta step up, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dog, sometimes doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna feel good to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be morally correct in your book. It might be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, shit, if nobody else is willing to take over the reins of it, you know what I'm saying? Then what do you expect then? You know what I'm saying? We'll still have these same conversations over and over and over and over again. And it's like, dog, it'll just be somebody different on a t-shirt. Like that's not wise. That don't make sense in my book at all. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm pretty sure that, you know what I'm saying, anybody can agree to that. You know what I'm saying? I done got all off the I had wrote a bunch of shit, man, and I didn't get to none of that shit, dog. We got the going, dog. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that's just joining up, G, I see you right here, man. I got you on the comment, man. We was talking about you know what I'm saying, the situation that happened with the Coney Island shooting or whatever, the lack of sensitivity basically in people, especially in social media. You know what I'm saying? And they views on it, and then, you know, of course, the infamous black on black crime stigma that doesn't really, exists, the media only blows that up to make it seem like it exists when it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Because crime happens everywhere. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like it's it's Asian on Asian. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's Floridian on Floridian crime, Jay. Look, I know they down there doing their thing on the beaches, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everywhere though, man. Like I need people to to really like stop having that part of the conversation and not making no sense when they saying it or whatever, man. At least do a little bit of research there. You know what I mean? Like I said, Google is your friend. Like it really is, man. Like I've learned a lot. But
Mexicans are considered black, so
absolutely, it's Latino. They consider that's why they say POC. It's people of color for anybody that's underneath the underneath that there. But you know what I'm saying? Like we're all one nation there, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make that shit make sense there, and you can't connect Black Lives Matter to black on black crime because it's not the same goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Black Lives Matter was the whole thing about police brutality. And yes, we know we got a problem with our communities. We're working on that. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, to the people that are already working on that, like, what is it, like Project 313 and a couple of other bigger organizations that's already, they're making, you know what I'm saying, their waves or whatever, but it's like, it still takes more than that, though. You know what I'm saying? They might not have enough of the backing. They might not get enough media attention. You know what I'm saying? Because, oh, God forbid you're doing something positive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you see them, they're actually organizing. You don't want to see them organized, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's the best way to keep you divided, to keep you divisive, to keep you scrambling? Another crime is going to take place where it's going to have y'all backpedaling 3 steps back when you took 2 steps forward there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's, all right.
Comments like that is exactly why.
Come on, Mel.
I said social injustice and social media does not mix. Because you always going to have somebody trying to sound smart just so they can go viral. But it's people they're just oblivious to how important it is to be in research.
Period. Look, so Josh said the respect is going out the window from back when we were growing up. Kids nowadays don't give no fucks about adults/elders. Hell, many of them fight their parents.
No, that's right. I don't get that shit at all.
I could have never did that shit to Willie Lewis. God rest his soul, man. He'd have put me in a box, literally. Like, oh, you want to fight me? Okay, bet. I'm about to knock your ass smooth out right here where you stand at, dog. Like, dog, it's a respect factor, bro. Look, I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, Jeremy ain't about to go up to Earl like, hey, Unc. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pops. Good. He go, man, all right. I'm about to choke your ass out right here where you stand.
Like, I was waiting on this. Come on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you might try this one day. Come on.
It's like, dog, like, I've never understood that. I agree with Mel. Like, I don't see how you can do that shit, man, and get away with it. Like where they do that at? But I got a reason for why that shit is happening. Now I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna bullet point that from you, Mel. I need to bullet point that, man. Boo said it ain't like Detroit is the wild, wild west. Most of the time it be vengeance. And that's actually true too. A lot of the times where certain shit happen, people done had a vendetta against somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's a bad, vicious cycle. Like I shoot your people, you shoot my people. We keep doing this shit.
Situation might be more than it might be vengeance. We don't necessarily.
Exactly. That's why all we can do is speculate. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is speculate because I think it's more to the story, but we don't know because we weren't there. That's why I'll never be like, man, I just know according to what the news said. No, fuck that. Look, I need somebody to be like, okay, hey, look, this is what it is right here. And then it's like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? That gets deeper then. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is by coincidence though. It's always a story behind the story then. And usually 10 times out of 10 they know each other then. It's personal. You know what I'm saying? That's why you will see somebody get shot and they get shot 13 times. That's personal, bro. Like that's not just some random act of violence. No, man. They wanted to make sure that you were dead. You know what I'm saying? Like anyway, long story less longer, man. Look, you said what?
I mean, you want to hit every single shot.
But yeah, dog. But you said what? My bad, Mel. Nah, but man, to further unpack some more of this shit or whatever, dog. It's like sidebar, Joe. Sidebar, Jeremy. Look, Jen said anger and fear is more stronger than joy. And she said your Uncle Carl would slap the shit out of Adam.
That's big facts.
look, that's a family. That's a family. That's a family connection right there for y'all that don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my uncle Adam, my cousin Adam. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Back to this shit though, man. So you know what I'm saying? I got something written down called the bystander effect, dude. Like, and this shit holds tried and true. You know what I'm saying? In this whole, you know what I'm saying, thing of violence going on in Detroit and going on anywhere in any urban city or whatever, man. Like, to the point where, you know what I'm saying, a friend of mine who I shouted out last week, you know what I'm saying, his funeral was coming up or whatever, man. He was killed, you know what I'm saying, about almost 2 weeks ago now or whatever. Literally the definition of a bystander effect, because he wasn't doing shit to nobody, dude. Like, let's keep it a bill. He you know what I'm saying, no matter what somebody will try to say after the fact, like, he literally was you know what I'm saying, a community outreach stand-up guy. Like, and to know him, you know what I'm saying, was to really, you know what I'm saying, be a part of his story, man, you know, and you know what I'm saying, he will be missed or whatever. Shout out to Kelvin again, man. Mr. Wheeler, my dog. You know what I'm saying? But that shit right there is the truth though, man. Like, I can literally be going about my business, going through my regular day, and you catch a stray bullet. Or you going to get something to eat, and a nigga don't really want to rob you. They just want to shoot you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't know you. Like you don't know me from Brian, from Mel, from you, from me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dog, it's like, you know what I'm saying? People like, man, we all got to go here. We got to get guns or whatever, man. It's like, but these people ain't playing by no rules, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta worry about all these laws to follow when I get my CPL. You know what I'm saying? They ain't worried about that. They looking like, man, look, they ain't gotta worry about, I gotta register my firearm today, man. They just go crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it's like, man. I'm not. I real life, like I said, like B said, I real life hurt by the whole situation. Like, I feel that shit, dude. Like you said, we tied into the city, man. So I feel everything that goes on here. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? As opposed as what you were saying, Joe, about, you know what I'm saying, a neighborhood thing, a neighborhood program. No, I think we could really find that out and look that up and actually implement some real life change with that, dude. Like, it ain't even got to be like, it can start in our neighborhood for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, a lot of the people over there now are mostly older now. You know what I'm saying? So you still got old money over there, but they got grandkids and grandkids. And, you know what I'm saying, nephews and cousins and all of that or whatever. So it might be good for one of them kids to at least hear a message from somebody that was here and actually made it out. If they don't feel like they can make it out, they feel like they trapped in a cycle. If they feel like they can't do nothing different, like, it'll be good to, you know what I'm saying, just arrange anything, dude. Like, I feel like we could find out information on that as much as they don't want you to find out information on that.
Well, I mean, I don't even think it's really about trying to find out how to do it. This is why I always had in mind, like, trying to start like some type of organization where we can start like in the neighborhood where we started and just preach about what needs to happen and, you know, what needs to stop happening, and just try to have something for the kids that is coming up, because they don't. I mean, we just talked about this the other day, you know, at the gender reveal. Like, they don't have what we have. It's not no neighborhood growing up. You don't have everybody in the neighborhood trying to be together, growing together. You know, like, you don't have that stuff. Ain't no block parties, none of that stuff. There's nothing bringing nobody together and making you feel like somebody got your back that you live with, you know, whether it's on the block or in the house every day. So I just feel like, man, it's other than like the big artists that we do have and they do come support and does things for Detroit, I just feel like, and it ain't no shade to them, I just feel like that shit ain't never enough. Because you come do this shit and I mean, I don't know how often you doing it, but what impact are you really having on these bad neighborhoods? Like, what are you really doing? What big brother image are you really holding to these neighborhoods that really need that help? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't want to spit on nobody's shit, but like I said, getting the Imagine Theater downtown, that does shit for my neighborhood on Joy Road in Greenfield.
Hey, look, facts though. Look, that's real shit though, man. Like,
you know what this is about for me?
Come on, let's go, Jay. Chime in, man. What you got for me?
Low key, all of this to me is about reparations, right? Because to me, things like this happen because these communities don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, the school that y'all went to as kids, that motherfucker's closed down. It's just boarded up, and that breaks my heart because it's like I remember being over there with y'all. I remember what it was like when we was younger, but when the money deteriorates in the community, everything deteriorates. Like when people, ain't no new businesses opening up, ain't nobody buying no houses. There's no money in the community in order for things to be maintained. So like schools get closed down and crime starts fucking happening. And when you don't take care of people, which is one of the big problems with like one half of this country, is they don't give a fuck about taking care of people. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what circumstances we might be going through, they're like everybody need to pick themselves up by their bootstraps and figure this shit out. And that's not the way it works, especially not for black folks with the shit that we come from. Like the neighborhood that I grew up in, I can't go back there. I don't feel safe going around that neighborhood.
Hell no.
So,
Look.
But ultimately, what you want, especially for cities across America, where we all more or less congregate, that's where we're all from, is the cities or whatever. We need money. You know what I'm saying? So I've been saying for the longest, and this goes back to what I think we were arguing about. I was arguing about when they were talking about like defunding the police and stuff like that. There's so much money that goes into policing and controlling and basically enslaving communities rather than propping those communities up and making sure that they thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like if a community starts to fall apart, fucking pay for shit to make sure that it's not like that. Like community centers and shit for kids to do, and make sure that
Come on, Jay.
Everybody's eating. Nobody's feels like they have to go out here and get a gun to rob somebody, to do some shit, and then once you rob somebody, they want to come back and kill you because you robbed it. Like it's just a chain reaction of bullshit that all starts with just no money. We ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Like in my case, once a motherfucker like me get money, I'm not gonna stay in the hood. I'm leaving. I'm going to take care of myself. I can't like take care of this place as one individual. It's the kind of thing that like the government has to give a fuck about, and they don't seem to give a fuck about it because it's just something that keeps perpetuating itself. So
hey, you hit that shit on the head, man. Look,
reopen Parkman. I feel better when Parkman is open. Didn't Cody close down too?
No, Cody's still open, man.
Cody's still open.
But
Rudderman Middle School.
Rudderman, that's the one. That's the one. That shit drives me crazy. The schools we went to shouldn't be fucking closed. Why? Why is it closed? You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that needs to be addressed.
I went to four neighborhood schools where we grew up at, and 3 of those fucking schools are non-existent now.
Yeah, that's a huge
flat out though, bro.
Detroit,
that is an issue. Look,
it's a huge problem in Detroit.
Yeah, like think about it. It's probably only a few neighborhood public schools left or whatever. You got like Henry Ford. Hell, Redford is a shopping center, and that's a Meyer. You know what I'm saying? You got McKenzie, that's a private school. I think that's K-8 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then you got like Cass King and Renaissance. I know I'm missing a couple of them, but a lot of them became more privatized though. You know what I'm saying?
And this will make it even worse. I just talked to my auntie earlier today when I got off work, and she was telling me about my little cousin. My little cousin going into high school. She about to go to a school in the suburbs and live with another family member just to get that better education, just to get that better opportunity. So it just shows you that what the city got to provide for us.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Did y'all hear that story about that one city in North Carolina or South Carolina getting reparations?
Yeah, I heard about it. I read a little bit about it.
Shit like that needs to happen all across the country. Like there literally needs to be a fund for ensuring that these communities get what it is that they're missing and is making them fall apart. Detroit fell the fuck apart. Like it went bankrupt like 10 years ago, like completely bankrupt.
Yeah.
And then after that, like only 400,000 people was living in the city. I'm not even sure how many people moved back or whatever, but within the city limits,
coming back.
They've been coming back over the last decade.
They ain't coming back.
Yeah, not like
we're not
downtown Detroit is not part of Detroit. Okay, let's get that straight.
Downtown Detroit is Chicago Junior, and it's a metropolis in itself.
Well,
downtown Detroit is downtown Detroit.
So it's not so much people coming back. It's
moving us all out.
it's not even so much people are coming back. It's people who want to live that downtown lifestyle are moving into downtown and gentrifying it. That's all that's happening. There's
Yeah,
no rebuilding of no communities. Nothing like that is
No,
happening.
but Detroit is actually becoming gentrified. And like, if you go around all the old neighborhoods,
I see white people in the hood though.
Yeah, they
look,
buying
and they're making it more palatable for them to come down and actually stay down there or whatever, man. So what happens is that when you got, I'm saying, people that have been staying downtown for years or whatever, before all this stuff really started happening, when the Cass Corridor was still a Cass Corridor, like, you know what I'm saying, people were staying on Washington Boulevard, they was paying that little rent. It wasn't no 12, 1,500, it was 9, 8, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case was. The minute that everything started, you know what I'm saying, building up, and they started getting contracts and everything, everybody wanted to come down there and be a part of that lifestyle. They're like, okay, we got to move all of y'all out and get y'all back there then. So y'all go across 8 Mile. Y'all good out there in Southfield. Y'all can go to any one of these suburbs, but Detroit from, you know what I'm saying, down here in the metropolis of Woodward, going towards Jefferson past Conner, going up to Woodward past the Boulevard is all locked in there. Boston Edison District is our shit. Y'all get past that, y'all can take over some of Highland property. We're going to be back for that too, though. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we see the value in what's going on already. You know what I mean? So think about it. They're going to extend that damn queue line all the way out to Pontiac. I remember the episode we talked about the damn queue line, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude.
Episode 1. Episode 1.
Say back down memory lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they gonna push that queue line all the way through those areas. And them same houses that you used to see that had these abandoned streets, all that shit gonna be rebuilt then. All gonna be worth 120 or better. And you ain't gonna be able to get in there then. Period. You know what I'm saying? But that's like he said, that's by design. That's socioeconomics at its finest though, dude. Like,
because think about what the queue line gonna put you there. If you want, let's say you don't want to go to Detroit, let's get off of Royal Oak. Let's get off of Ferndale.
Possibilities are endless.
You know what it is. You know what it really is, and this gonna sound a little crazy, but
oh shit.
Okay. It's really just the way capitalism works. Like, Detroit thrived off of being like the motor city, you know what I'm saying? Car companies and stuff like that, they was building up factories, and Detroit was just eating off of that. Just everybody in Detroit was eating off of that shit. And then ultimately, shit just starts to deteriorate over time. And then, white folks start leaving the city or whatever, moving out to the burbs. Just all these things happening, and that's all part of just how capitalism in and of itself works. So I think that's why you get candidates that come along, like say Bernie Sanders and like Elizabeth Warren, who talking about like just focusing on just purely just taking care of people, because so many people are falling through the cracks now because capitalism doesn't work for everybody. Capitalism works for you if you got something to sell or you got some money to buy something. If you ain't got neither one of those things, you at the bottom, you beneath all of that. So that's where like these socialist ideals allow, are come into play and can help take care of people. But people in this country are completely turned off by that. They can't fuck with somebody like Bernie Sanders because they feel like pure socialism has gone really, really wrong in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? But I think our country could use a little bit of socialism, and Biden ain't it, and Trump definitely ain't it. So,
but see, and that's the downside, though, man. No, that's the downside, though. Like, to even get political for 2 seconds, like, they're teaching you socialism in a capitalist society. You know what I'm saying? So when you're teaching somebody to be a socialist or whatever, you're teaching somebody to be in the latter of the two there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, 95% of y'all are broke for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And 5% of the money is controlled through these things for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I find a cure for something, guess what? The money is in the medicine, not the cure. So I'm going to charge you an arm and a leg to get cured for any ailment that you have whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Hell, who's to say that the shit even works? But guess what? If you got the money, you can find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, look,
wait till that coronavirus vaccine start going around. They're going to pretend like it's free for a little while. Shit's going to get wild.
Yeah. And they're going to capitalize on it because that's the structure and the ideals that this country was built on. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about money. Everything is about profit.
And that structure works very well for you once you become wealthy, and you can thrive in that environment because you can keep using your money to keep making more money, and you ain't never gonna fall out. But if you're
using a lot of forbidden words,
if you can't get into that tier, you ultimately get fucked in the game. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and make my pitch. Fucking get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? And especially vote Democrat, because these Republicans don't give a fuck.
Hey, why
Mic
you
drop.
using so many forbidden words?
What you saying? What you talking about?
What is this word free? What is this word wealthy?
You say you throw it out those words. Those are exotic words, man. Those sound sexy.
Right. Those words don't exist where I come from.
So real quick, I just want to say this because I'm sitting here being all political. A lot of people look at Democrats and Republicans as the same thing, and that's not entirely wrong because they both more or less profit off of their campaigns, profit off of money, and whoever got the most money can get you elected or whatever. But at the very least, Democrats at least pretend like they give a fuck about our problems. Republicans openly act like they don't give a fuck. Donald Trump don't give a fuck about us. He ain't even gonna act like he give a fuck. He like, I don't need to. Fuck y'all. I send the military in. I don't give a fuck.
I want to interject on that real quick, man. you took it straight to the max. Look, it is though. No, so you ain't telling no lies. Like Boo said it though, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? He said it's really the local election that people got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where your true change is gonna come back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Big
and
facts.
it's like
and we don't pay attention during those time periods. Like during those middle elections, we got to get more engaged. All of us have to get more engaged and act like we give a fuck about who's running our shit.
Like you can't just vote for a person just because of a certain circumstance or you know what I'm saying, because you feel like he's relatable to you because of skin color. Like you actually got to do your homework.
I wish I was smarter. I wish I was smarter when I was younger. I would have been a politician and robbed y'all motherfuckers too, because that's the best.
Man,
Joe, what the hell, man? Right. Look, if you in there to truly make change, you supposed to be able to push that change.
They ain't no fucking politician make it change. You're right. They is trying to make change in their pocket.
He ain't wrong though. He ain't wrong. Like it seems like they get opportunities to do stuff or whatever, but it only goes so far because politicians get terms and they, like I said, they tend to get funded by motherfuckers with money. And why the fuck would they listen to us if we ain't paying them? That just goes into the structure of the whole election system. How the whole idea that money is speech, and that's just a real thing that they just created and decided, if you got money, you talking to us, keep throwing us them dollars and we'll listen.
Right.
It shouldn't be like that at all. But going back to what I started with, that's motherfucking capitalism.
Yep. Look, hey, and that's all it is, straight like that or whatever, man. Like, but that ties into everything that we talking about through this topic tonight or whatever, man. It's all about economics though. It's all about economics. So these babies and these people ain't getting killed, you know what I'm saying? Because you black. That's the leading part of the story or whatever, but it's because of economics. You know what I'm saying? You can't, if I do this shit, I can't afford to afford a lawyer. I can't afford to get somebody that's gonna really fight for me to be able to, you know what I'm saying, fight for my case, wrong or right. You know what I'm saying? My family
and the justice system already don't give a fuck about you.
Because it's rigged. You know what I'm saying? But it's rigged because of your lack of fucking finances though. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got finances, then you're not in the conversation. They don't care about you then.
In a capitalist system, money is the only power you got.
Look,
I thought that was the world.
What, Joe?
Well, the way socialism works is okay. So communism, for example, Not saying I'm a communist. Please don't come at me. Communism ultimately
his
puts
views
everybody
are not displayed on and up and up. What he's saying right now.
But I'm just saying you got different forms of government that. Okay, so this is my big thing with America. We chose to do. We start off doing things a certain way. Like at the beginning, this was supposed to be like a white country. You know what I'm saying? And then all the rest of us was either being enslaved or fucking killed. That's just the way they started it. And then as it progressed, it's become more of like a melting pot because people just keep coming here and we keep figuring out that there's so much you could do here, which started with capitalism and stuff like that. But a lot of these things are like this nation is not growing, and especially not growing quickly enough and evolving quickly enough in order to show what it can be. Like if we all found a way to actually communicate with each other and be empathetic with each other and actually progress rather than being at war and fighting all the time, which is, what we do on social media and shit like that, and all that shit going on with the race stuff. Like all that stuff just it stops us from moving as far forward as we can with Democrats versus Republicans. Like it's all tribal and it's all hindering in a way that it doesn't necessarily have to be. That's one thing that I'm go ahead.
Jay, when that day happens, you'll be dead.
You're right. But you know where it's gonna start? Right motherfucking here. Because if we don't talk about it, it ain't gonna start. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my big thing is we gotta learn how to have.
Hey, let me say something right quick, not to cut you off. I'm about to throw somebody an alley-oop. I'm about to turn you into a millionaire. Right now, you need to make you a t-shirt line and say all money matters. That's how you gonna get paid. That's the real thing in life that matters. All money matters. That ain't how I feel. I'm just telling you. You want to get rich, make that shirt. You gonna get paid.
Hey, wait, money lives matter. There you go.
There you go, Jay. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Piggyback off each other. Because I'm telling you.
We said money lives matter. Look,
they don't give a shit
after the show. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about you. I'm just being 100. They don't give a shit about you.
Not at all.
And if you are a person of color, you're shit. You're gum on a shoe.
Unless you got some money.
Unless you got some money. And if you got some money, that means they just like you 20% instead of 10%.
They like you enough to sit with.
Look, but they don't like you enough to talk about money. They don't like you enough to hear what you got to say, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, you can make that comment, but you got to say it the way we gonna tell you how to say it, though. You know what I'm saying?
Speak with them dollars. Don't speak with your mouth.
Like, think about it, man. Like, how many people have been in the doghouse for some shit that they've said or whatever, whether it be true or not? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Both of us do.
You know what I'm saying? But look, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, y'all famous to me because, you know what I'm saying, we fam and we out here building this thing together or whatever. But like Nick Cannon is the perfect example of that shit, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into detail with what he said. You know what I'm saying? Because, we gonna keep it a buck and we gonna stay the course. But the things that he said weren't wrong. But what, you know what I'm saying, how he addressed it and when he addressed it, oh no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do it at all. Like, because it's like, bruh, hey, you've been doing business with us for too long. You better, why you jumping out of pocket for, man? You know what I'm saying? You got to play the game, bro. Like,
do it all the time. Like,
but
the girls from Rutgers, what do you call them?
That's Don Imus. Yeah.
But see, this what I hate about. This what I hate about that situation, though, right? He said what he said. He got bashed.
I said what I said.
He said what he said. He got bashed for it. He apologized. Now he a fucking coon and shit. Like, that's the shit I hate, man. Like, you're damn if you do and you're damn if you don't. It's a fucked up ass society, bro. It's fucked up, man.
Well, that goes back to what I was saying about that tribal shit and that lack of empathy. Everybody wants you to be on their team. If you ain't on our team, if you ain't saying what the fuck we want you to say, you ain't with us. So fuck you going over there. That's automatics. And he fell victim to that from both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you couldn't win regardless. You're right.
We gotta let that shit go, man. And social media and fucking Black Twitter and shit like that make it so much worse. Much worse.
And Black Twitter is dangerous, dude. Like,
it really is.
That's that cancel culture. Yo, that cancel culture.
I done had Black Twitter come for me directly, so I know all about that shit. Like, I don't fuck with Black Twitter no more because I realize if you don't say what they want you to say, you a problem. And it's so easy for everybody to just become a mob. And I'm not even just putting that on Black Twitter because you got the fucking MAGA group. That's a fucking mob. We ain't nothing but a bunch of mobs in this fucking country. We're not even cultures. We're not even we're not even tribes no more. We're a bunch of fucking mobs. We've all become a bunch of mobs. And if you don't say what we want you to say and be a part of our mob is gonna come fuck you up.
But they like our mob because our mob provides, you know what I'm saying, a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, financial opportunities for all they shit, though. You know what I'm saying? We are a walking, talking trend. We can trend anytime, anywhere, any day. You understand what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter what's going on. A sports icon can trend, and guess what? We're going to run that conversation into the ground, regardless of what it is then. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj got pregnant. What they do? Ran it into the ground then. You know what I'm saying? That gained her more, garnered her more followers. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even mad about her getting pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I was more mad.
Animate a song that she came out 10 years ago in the top 10 of the music charts. Ain't that about a bitch?
And I was more mad about the fact of what, you know what I'm saying, some of her fans was saying, you know what I'm saying, in her defense, because people was making a comment on the shit. I don't got the time to obviously go into it. We up against it right now, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do another live after this or whatever. I'm gonna pick this up in a minute or whatever. Let me wrap this up real quick, y'all. So check this out, man. I feel like this conversation was healthy. It was hours not enough, but that's neither here nor there. Shout out to Touch Events, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Look, the world is the world might
closing
be going
back down.
I was about to say the world might be going backwards. You might have to put this dream on hold for a little while longer. Man, look, like I was trying to touch somebody, I can't touch nobody, man. Look, these events ain't happening, man. Look,
heavy pause on that.
Yeah, it's pause. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Touch Events or whatever, man. Shout out to Big Bro, Mr. Controversy, man. You know, one day, 2022, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to RDM Transportation. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, JDM Prince, Sharon's house. That is all one entity. Josh and Randy. I know y'all was out there on the live. Shout out to you guys. You know what I'm saying? If y'all need to get anywhere in this fine state, you need to get your hair touched up, man. They got you. If you need anything business promotion-wise, they got you for sure, man. But they got you everywhere. Shoot, shout out to 3TD. You know what I'm saying? Look, my man Dime, you know what I'm saying? They in the studio right now working on some hot fire, man. Hey, I'll come back to that as well. I feel like nope. Yum shots. Look, okay, man. My tweet the most important.
Don't forget the Yum shots.
Look, you know what I'm saying? That's who's bankrolling this thing, man.
The mother of your children?
Look, we are having a girl, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Look,
hey,
Sid is in the
I
building.
told you that Thompson Symmetry ain't nothing to fuck with. That shit is crazy. I love it though.
You know what I'm saying? It's wild, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, the gender reveal was this past Sunday, man. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited. But now I know I got to be even more protective than I was originally. And she got a whole village to make sure that everything remains that way. But shit.
Can I throw a takeaway out there?
Huh?
I feel like at the end of the day, I want everybody to make sure that they communicate, show some empathy, and motherfucking vote. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what all of this is about.
Look,
I got laugh at me, Joe. I mean this shit.
Look, hey, Jeremy gonna be like, look, I started out over here in this company, and I ran for politician right here, man. Look, you gonna run for Florida, man. Hey, that's what's going down. Look.
Hey, Remy Mulatto 2024. We're gonna do this.
look, I'm gonna read this quote as a shout out to Dave Chappelle, man, and we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. Worst thing to call someone is crazy. It's dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. They're strong people. They're not crazy. Maybe their mentality is just a little sick. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, my good people, you know what I'm saying, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe on any social platform that you can follow us on, Spotify, SoundCloud, anything, man. We literally everywhere. Like the Facebook page, On the Up and Up with B. Tag a friend to tag a friend. You know what I'm saying? Any conversations that y'all want to hear from us next, y'all can post those in the comments as well. Until then, please be safe, love on somebody, and be empathetic. God bless y'all. Have a good night.